Hello, this is Billy Joe Saunders, WBO middleweight champion of the world. Subscribe to Sporting Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
So after a very good win over a very tough and durable Maciej Zaleski, Daniel Jacobs, he calls out Jermall Charlo. Now these two have a little bit of history on social media, and of course when Daniel Jacobs run up on Charlo a few weeks back on the Wilder Ortiz backstage area, Charlo looked a little bit shell-shocked. But of course, Charlo being Charlo, he does like to run his mouth on social media. It's his way of promoting himself, I suppose. Also, Eddie Hearn said that he loves that fight. So I would fully expect that fight to happen if Eddie Hearn can pay enough money to Jermall Charlo. Now, both of these guys are mandatory for Triple G. Daniel Jacobs is WBA mandatory after this win tonight, and Jermall Charlo is mandatory for the WBC. Personally, I don't think he should be mandatory based on the fact he's only had 2 fights at middleweight. Now, yes, he was 154 champion, but that was IBF. But anyway, all that aside, it's a very good fight. Obviously, you've got Charlo from Texas, and you've got Daniel Jacobs from Brooklyn in New York. So, Daniel Jacobs, he proclaimed himself King of New York, all that kind of stuff, and he looked pretty damn serious when he called out Jermall Charlo. In other words, he wants Charlo. But given the choice, it's like he said when he's having like a little chat with Sky Sports at the commentary area, he said that given the choice, he would love a rematch with Triple G to prove that he is the #1 middleweight right now. Now, based on his performance tonight against Zaleski, as I said, Zaleski, very tough, very durable. And it was a very close fight, it really was. Pretty much what swung it for me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, was a 12-round knockdown. That's what kind of like widened the gap. If it hadn't been for that knockdown, it would have been a hell of a lot closer. It really would have done. But Zaleski was just tough. As I said, he come there to fight. He had an undefeated record to defend as well. But how would Daniel Jacobs and Jermall Charlo get on with each other? As yet, we've yet to really see the best of Jermall Charlo, or even too much of him at 160. So we don't really know how he's going to get on once he starts getting in there with the bigwigs. Of course, the 2 guys that he had, first one guy come in with a hurt leg, and of course the last one against Hugo Santana Jr., he was just way too good for Santana Jr. That was always going to be the win, but he did dispatch him in quicker fashion than what I thought he was gonna. So this is a very tasty fight, and I'm sure those in America would love to see these two come together in a pick'em fight. This would be a 50-50 fight. I'm sure it would for opinion. The fight itself, would it be a tasty one? Would it be a fight that will go down in history as one to remember? Not too sure about that, but certainly this is one that's going to get the boxing public who like the middleweight division, super middleweight, super welterweights, all this kind of area. This is a fight that people would love. 2 mandatory guys going at it. That would be fantastic. Winner takes on Triple G, or potentially Canelo, or potentially Billy Joe Saunders, whoever, if any of these guys manage to beat Triple G before that fight happens, of course. But what a fight this would be. And good on Danny Jacobs for calling him out. Jermall Charlo, you talk the talk a lot. Time to walk the walk. Step up. Take a fight with Danny Jacobs. Don't price yourself out. Likewise with Danny Jacobs, don't price yourself out. You know, let's get this fight on. I want to see this fight. Will it happen in New York? Probably. But who knows? Maybe it could feature on, if Wilder and Joshua gets made, if that happens in America, maybe that could feature on the undercard. But personally, I think this fight could be the main event itself. Easily, by a landslide. The boxing public would tune in to watch Danny Jacobs take on Jermall Charlo 100%. So drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.